Today's episode is about key lime pie, originally from the Florida Keys. So right here from Sarasota, Florida, I'm going to show you how to make my key lime pie. I'm Mara Marie Cristiani, the Airless Chef. Let's get started. We want to start with our pie pan. Now, I have a Pyrex glass 9-inch round, and I'm also going to show you at the end of the show a little bit bigger pie where I do 1.5 times the batch. But this time I want to show you just how to start the crust. All right, so I've sprayed this pan so that it won't stick. A lot of times the problem people have with graham cracker crust is they go to cut it and you can't cut through it. It's too stiff, or it's too soft and it falls apart. Either way, you can't get it out of a pie dish. So I'm going to show you a few little secrets that might just help you. And spraying the pie dish is one of them. That's going to help you be able to get it out. The other one is to pack it down tightly, but not overly. That's where it comes in. That little bit of finesse will help you. I have taken 10 large graham crackers and I put it through the food processor. So you'll see here. Don't worry about memorizing the recipe. As usual, everything you need to know is going to be below. Make sure you subscribe and like my channel and you'll get all the information that you need. I'm going to add the sugar and melted butter. That's it. You could use cinnamon grams if you like them. You could also use up to 1/2 cup of toasted slivered almonds that you grind up as well with the graham cracker, and that makes a really nice addition. Some people put coconut, you know, you can do whatever you want, but I'm showing you just the traditional, wonderful, plain Jane key lime pie. I just stir it around till it's moistened evenly, and then I'm just gonna throw it right into my pie pan. This might be a little bit too much crust for this little guy, but I like the crust to go all the way up. So I always start by pressing all the way around and up the sides first. I want a nice, and that also acts to hold the pie together too once you get in the oven. Use the back of your hand and go back in there. If there's a little bit less on the wall, you just push it up with your fingers. And I'm gonna pack it in. Like I said, I wanna pack it, but not overly. And then that way when it cools off, it's not gonna crumble when you go to cut your pie. Now you want it even, and you'll see how there's this little ridge here. I'm going to go back with my finger and just push that all the way around, just like that. That's all you need to do. You see how easy that was? I've preheated my oven to 350, and I want to bake this just about 6 to 8 minutes to help make it golden and hold it together. You don't actually have to bake this pie crust if you don't want to. So it's up to you. I do bake it for a little bit. Into the oven we go. We're going to start with the filling first. Now the secret to my key lime pie is I like to use cream cheese. And I use cream cheese for 2 reasons. One is it makes it creamy and luscious and wonderful. And 2, it's also foolproof. When it sets up, I don't have to worry that it's going to be too soft. It'll cut nice and clean. And that's kind of my secret. And I like the taste of cream cheese in it. So I have 8 ounces of cream cheese, and I will start that on low. Now it's room temperature. If you forget, it's okay. Just let it go a little bit longer till you see it's loosening up. And then I'll add the sweetened condensed milk, and that will also help loosen up your cream cheese. And I just want those 2 things to go together for a while until I see there's absolutely no lumps. The one thing I don't like when you add cream cheese, whether it's for a cheesecake or in a pie, is you really, really want to let it go, and also for frosting for that matter, until you don't see any lumps remaining. I can see now it's almost perfectly smooth. I don't see any little grains of cream cheese, so I can stop. And just to be sure, I'm going to go ahead and scrape it down, because sometimes you'll have cream cheese stuck on your batter blade and you won't realize it, and then that'll end up in your final product. That's perfect. That's what I'm looking for, everything to be perfectly smooth. I can see a little bit is stuck on the bottom, so I'll scrape it around and I'll give it another whir just to be on the safe side. You like that word? Whir? Down. Lock her in. Perfect. All right. Look how creamy that is. I could eat it just like that. All right, now to this, I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. Fresh grated, about 3 to 4 lime zest, and a word about zesting. I love a microplane. You see those small holes? That makes perfect lime zest. You don't want big chunks of lime in there. It's very important. I will put a pinch of salt. A lot of recipes don't call for that. And I always tell you I like a balance between sweet, and the salt will bring out the sweetness. And I mean literally a pinch, it's not even a half a teaspoon. All right, I'm gonna add my 4 egg yolks. You could do an eggless version of this if you have allergies. And the cream cheese, again, will actually help hold that filling together without the eggs, but the eggs make it so much nicer. All right, the only thing left is the juice, but first we're gonna mix these together. There we go. And I don't want to incorporate a bunch of air, so I'm on low. I'm gonna go up to the next notch, and that's it. I won't go any higher than that. We're not whipping cream here. That's nice. You can see the yellow from the yolks is starting to color it, along with the green lime zest. It's absolutely beautiful. All right. The last thing to add, back on low, is fresh squeezed lime juice. A word about lime juice, you have to squeeze it yourself. Do not use the bottled stuff. If you can't squeeze it yourself, just don't make key lime pie. I don't know what to tell you. All right, it's all put together perfectly. I know some people will say that. I've even seen award-winning pie recipe, and then they have that bottled stuff. Sorry, that doesn't work for me. All right, that looks really good. It's that simple. You take just a few simple ingredients and use fresh ones, and it's always going to taste fabulous. All we have to do now is pour this into our pre-baked pie crust, and we're good to go. Our pie crust is out of the oven. I let it cool just a little bit. You don't have to wait until it's completely cool. It's not necessary. And the pie filling is ready, so we're going to pour it in. And it's okay for it to go all the way right up to the top, which is also why I like to bring that crust all the way up too. There we go. I'll just smoosh it around, make it go all the way to the edge. And there we go. Then we go in the oven literally for 8 to 10 minutes. That's it. When you shake it, it could still be a little jiggly in the center, and the outside is set, okay? But it'll finish setting as it cools. So let's bake it off. Our pie is out of the oven, and I made this one the day before because I do like it to cool down. In a pinch, you can do about 4 hours chilled and then serve it, but it's a little tougher to handle. You'll see it's nice and cold, and I'm going to show you how I like to serve it. have it. Key lime pie, my favorite pie. I'm gonna have to taste it now. Wow, that's really good. I can taste the creaminess from the cream cheese, and that fresh lime juice just punches right through. It's really good. Speaking of punching through, I have a jalapeno citrus drink with a little bit of rum, and I'm gonna taste it. Wow, really refreshing. My lips are burning instantly. I hope you like this, and I hope you try it. Please subscribe and like my channel. I can keep bringing these to you, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. About key lime pie. It's originally from the Florida Keys, not your car keys, Florida Keys. You gotta taste this, it's really good. Mm.